Hey guys, and welcome back to Omnifactory, episode 19, and today, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit annoyed. Basically, I filmed this episode, we did a lot of progression, and about 5 minutes before I was about to kind of wrap everything up, I had a power cut. Fortunately, nothing bad happened to the world itself, but I did lose a fair chunk of a episode itself. Probably I was recording for about an hour and 10 minutes, if I'm honest. It was a fairly long one. Yeah, so today is going to be mainly about just a catch up on what happened on that episode itself, because we did some fairly important things. I'd also done a few bits off camera beforehand as well, but first thing that I do want to get into is this in my inventory. So I decided it was a good chance to get some very nice armor up and running, so we went for the Superstar helmet. The kind of armor itself, because we've got access to the extended crafting, is actually very easy to make. You might be looking at this thinking wither bones, nether stars, because that's kind of the pattern throughout this. As you can see, you use the obsidian armor, which is literally just obsidian, so that's not a problem. The hardest part is the nether stars, but again we can make those through manual crafts, and the wither bones we can get through wither matter in the loot fabricator. So yeah, absolutely no problem. Gives you passive regeneration too as well. So that's that side. The other is this. So yeah, we did a lot of space stuff. We've got this set up. A couple of things that I did run into when I was doing some of the space stuff as well. So yeah, Signalum as well, a few different things. Yeah, that'll all come down this line. As I say, this is mainly just going to be a catch episode, unfortunately. But if we have a look at the gas tank, so gas tank, is it gas tank? What is it? What was the oxygen tank? Possibly oxygen. Tank of oxygen. No, that's just the bucket. What are they called? Gas? No. Let's do advanced rocketry. Advanced. These guys. Low pressure tank. Okay. So have a look at this recipe and you're thinking, yeah, that's absolutely not a problem. Very simple to make. And to be honest, I think I've got it on. Have I got it on Autocraft? Low pressure? No, so I've not got low pressure tanks on Autocraft. There is a bit of a kind of bug when making them. So what you use to make them is you need 3 of these, 1 of these, and a tank, hardened tank. That's fine. Yeah, so we'll get that crafting. It shouldn't take too long, I don't think. Don't think I've got much else going on at the moment. Yeah, so that's going to all run through, but I don't think this craft will complete itself, because there's an issue with the actual tanks themselves. So, oh no, I fixed that one. But, okay, tank. Let's pull this in. So, the recipe for the low pressure tank was this. It doesn't show up as a crafting, and you can click it, it doesn't work. Now, I did try just manually crafting it, so let's go like this. Again, doesn't show up. The issue appears to be in the tanks themselves, so you physically have to place them down, then pick them back up, and then you can get your low pressure tank. If you are having any issues, that's how you can kind of get around it as well. The issue also appears to be the same thing if you went and tried to just upgrade this to the next level, to the reinforced. So we don't actually have reinforced tanks on Autocraft. There is a couple of things that I've got in mind to kind of get around it, but that's something that I'm going to work on in itself anyway. We don't need that for now. There's also a few other things that I've done. First thing is in my inventory. So we've got the Signal and Fluxbore. I got fed up of using the dark pickaxes. Decided, you know what, let's get ourselves a proper mining tool. Just because it's needed really. Petroleum, not a problem, we've already got that. And we've already made that as well. The only thing that was kind of holding us back was the Signalum. So Signalum is Primal Mana, Signalum Blend, Ardite, Red Alloy, Annealed Copper Dust with Destabilized Clathrite, which is just redstone melted down and a nether quart, so not a problem on that side. The Signalum gear is only made inside the compactor though, so we had to get the compactor before we made this. This guy sat over here, decided to augment it up to hardened level. So that's what this is running at. You've also got the actual gear working die. So the gear working die is mana infused ingots around a diamond gear, which, because you can only make that in there, we had to run through the manual diamond one just for a second. Again, that's just basic recipes with what we've already got. But if we have a look at the actual compressor, so this is one of the big things and kind of one of the key gates, I guess you can say. So pistons, bronze, copper, redstone, that's fine. Machine frame, not a problem. Stainless steel, not a problem. Thermal devices, mana infused ingots, which is blast furnace with mana infused metal, mana dust, titanium dust. So we used a little bit of titanium, and that's just diamond and all of the kind of thermal dusts, I guess you can say. So yeah, that's realistically not a problem. In terms of, so this is the suit workstation. I'm actually going to fill these guys up fairly easy. Just come across to here. Is that full? Is this one that needs filling? You can just right click on a tank, fills them up. You can use the there's a specific kind of I think it's a gas charge pad or something like that from Advanced Rocketry. Yeah, gas charge pad from Advanced Rocketry. So that's that side. Now, in terms of this, I made this over here. So this is the multi-block teleportation from Ender.io. The way it works in itself, it uses Dew of the Void as a teleportation. It uses Dew of the Void and power to teleport you to set coordinates, which, as you can see, we're on the moon. The way you kind of set the coordinates, I'll show you. So we get paper and I think it's called coordinates. No, at Ender.io. What's it called? I'm sure we made this the other episode. In fact, it's probably showing. It's this guy here. Oh, it's coordinate setter, selector. So the way this works, you open this up, right click, click OK. You then set your specific coordinate, and as you can see, it says overworld as well. We're not going to need that, but anyway, you just put the selected. Once you've done the coordinate selector, you put that into here and you can just teleport. So that's really really nice. Let's go up here because this was our launch pad, I guess. I set it as a 5x5, couple of structure towers. So if we have a look at these guys as well, so structure tower, it's these guys here. It's just a bit of stainless steel, if I'm honest. The rest of it is literally just 3 on top of each other, so no problems there. The launch pad, so launch pad, I think this is concrete. yeah, so like concrete. So the way this works is it's done in the, well, at least, yeah, I think this is the only way of doing it if I'm right. But you do it in the fluid solidifier with concrete, which is stone dust, clay dust, and water in a mixer. And if we go and jump over here, I set the fluid solidifier up over here, so we've got a little bit spare concrete if needed. While I'm over here, I set this up. So this is another vacuum freezer, and we've got the cryogenic air distillation tower set up. So if we jump up here, fly around, so this is the multi-block structure for the cryogenic air distillation tower. It's as you can see, solid steel machine casings and frostproof machine casings. That's pretty much all that this guy is. But if we jump down here, so this is the setup on the back. I decided to use reinforced outputs, and we have EV power with Lapiton crystals, which is EV batteries, I guess you can say. I'm actually going to take that off temporarily. All filling into a fluid interface. Bit of kind of messy power work over here. Let's break this down so we can get around. We've got as a advanced air collector, because again this is running on EV power. Again, full of Lapiton crystals. So the way this guy works is you need to have the vents open, or at least as many vents open as you possibly can. I think it's that one as well. But if you have them closed, it doesn't work as well. Either way, this thing backs itself up quicker than it doesn't, so that's not a problem. In fact, is this all backed up at the moment? That's liquid air, so yeah. Let's just jump back down here. So this here is running into this tank here, which has got air in it. The air then cools down into liquid air, which in turn is going into this guy here. And the liquid air, if we have a look, so liquid air, uses on this, that 53,000 buckets, so millibuckets, so 53 buckets turns into 40 buckets of nitrogen, 11 buckets of oxygen, 1 noble gas, 1 carbon dioxide, and that's pretty much it. The main thing used off of the back of this is the noble gas, because it turns 53 buckets of the stuff into all of these kind of gases, so that's kind of what I'm looking to do moving forward. Not quite done it just yet though, so not at that stage. Did I do much else over here? Don't think I did. No, nothing going there. Run a lot of salt through as well. What else did I run? Some stibnite. So yeah, I basically got rid of a lot of the lower amounts of ores, I guess you could say. We had in our AE system, so we basically got them all set up and running. They're all running through. That'll all get done. Main thing's salt though. I think I did a few bits up here as well, so there should be some 64Ks in here. Have a look at our actual fluids. So hydrogen, nitrogen we're storing a lot of, glycerol I upgraded, as well as oxygen. Not entirely sure why that's not running. Not enough energy. I did come across this a couple of times and I don't know why, because it really shouldn't be affecting it. Power. Get rid of that. Actually, as you can see, it's just not pulling straight from this. I've got a feeling I do have one workaround that I want to try, and I'm going to do that while I'm here actually. Let me go EV cables. No, we don't want that. What is it? End wire? Yeah, end steel. Got 2 of those. Got A 4 times. quickly run that in. There we go. Jump back here. Because I don't know, I have a feeling because it's directly attached to the CEF, it's not picking up what it should do. So I'm going to put that connection there. CEF. Wrench that upwards. Now you should work fine. Okay, that's not working either. Oh, inside the tower. Not if there is plenty of energy. Liquid air. It uses 2000 FE, and we've got more than enough energy back there. Let me put it down here. I don't get why this isn't working properly, if I'm quite honest. Let me see if I can do it this way then. Put a block here. Change that facing upwards. I'm gonna get 2 connections to this, so we need a little bit more end steel. Steel. 2, 3, 4. Oh. Go grab a couple of these conduits as well. There we go. Where have I ended up? Oh, I'm up under that one. Too far. There we go. Let's connect that in there, that in there. See, that isn't taking the power in for whatever reason. I don't understand why. Are these guys... I really don't know why this isn't working. Really, really glitchy. It happened a couple of times when I was setting the thing up. It just wouldn't work every now and again. And again, no real reason as to why. But let me see if I kind of break that. Will it? Ooh, let me pick that back up. Should say missing structure. Hopefully this resets it. It did last time. Not enough energy. Or maybe it was because I broke this. Missing fluid, that's fine. Doesn't take long to fill up. As you can see, this runs plenty quick enough. It's running on EV power as well, so that's that side. Missing fluid input. Keep going. One more and it should run. Not enough energy again. Why are you not working? Not entirely sure as to why that's not working at all. It was working plenty fine, but now it's not. Because that's not taking the energy in. Wonder if I break that, will you now work? Okay, there we go. That should be working fine. Really weird, the machine itself, but yeah, either way, that's that side. Jump back over here. So as you can see, because we've got that, we've got modularium as well. So we have a lot of modularium, and I decided to get a fair amount of the kind of auto crafting set up. So ludicrous fluid output, sure, we can make that right now. That side's not a problem at all. So yeah, that's that side. Let's have a look at the quest book. So we made red steel, which is blast furnace down, bismuth bronze, steel dust, black steel dust, and sterling silver. So bismuth bronze. So let's have a look at this guy. Got that on autocraft. The way it's made is quite simply zinc dust, 3 copper, bismuth bronze. I think we got a lot of bismuth in the, is it small piles? Brass, bismuth, no. Oh wait, this here. We got a fair amount of this from somewhere and I can't remember off the top of my head where. Centrifuge? Oh, I think it was through that one actually. Cassiterite? Because I think this goes down to tin. Yeah. I think that's where I got a lot of the early game bismuth that I got. So that's that side. Red steel's not a problem. Blue steel is against blast furnace down, and it's brass, rose gold, steel, black steel dust. Rose gold, as we've already seen, is gold and copper. Not a problem on that side. Magnesium. I think I did this one just because I could do it. Let's have a look. Magnesium. Yeah, so we've got 66. How did we get magnesium? Oh, that's how. 2 aluminium and 1 magnesium. Very simple. Got plenty of magnesium, so figured I'd get that quest done. Mana infused modularium, as you've seen. Vanadium steel ingots. Again, not a problem. Vanadium steel dust, which is chrome, vanadium and steel dust. Vanadium we're getting from our this guy here, so vanadium magnetite. So we're getting plenty of vanadium alongside that kind of cycle in itself. We should have got a fair amount of that as well. Yeah, so we've got over 1,000 vanadium on that side. Absolutely no problem. What else have we got ingot wise? That's all that we kind of did that side. Early game. We have officially completed the early game section of this kind of mod pack. So yeah, kind of led all the way to first microverse projector, which is very, very easy actually. You might look at this a little bit complicated, but we've already got these guys on craft, so that's not a problem. That's just an LV machine, so absolutely no issues there. This guy here, conductive iron, tier 1 circuits and ender pearls, again, not a problem. That just leaves these 3 here, so the basic mining laser, quartz, glass and redstone, again, no issues. And yeah, this guy here, so LV sensor, steel heavy plating and tier 2 circuits, so that's just 2 steel plates. Again, very, very simple recipe. Not actually got into microverses themselves though, so that's a bit of a side project. This is where I was saying the low pressure tank comes into play. No idea why it's kind of messed up on the crafting recipes automatically, but like I say, I've got a couple of ideas about how I can kind of get those sorted. This is where it kind of gets into the rockets and advanced rocketry section on this one, so it kind of lets you know how to set up the basic rocket that you need, but I'll discuss that a little bit later. And it also makes you build these kind of sections for the rocket, which is more than easy enough. If we have a look as well, sorry. The fuel tanks is the 3 portable tanks, just basic level, stainless steel, so that's no issues at all. Liquid fuel, steel heavy plating, again we've just seen that's really easy, as well as these conductive irons, no problems at all. The seat, stainless steel wool. First kind of advanced recipe, so does need to be vibrant quartz glass as well, and then some HV machinery, emitters and sensors, tier 3 circuits, a screen, another easy recipe, and the machine structure takes us through that. Black quartz, steel, absolutely no problem there. Fly to the moon, basically that is, I'll get into that a little bit later, but this is the microverse projector itself. I did make the, I've got this one simply because it was part of the quest book itself. and the majority of the stuff went into making the cryogenic air distillation tower. So yeah, that's that side. We went through these kind of sections as well. So primal mana is just 1 mana dust, which we was using in this guy here, I think. Wait, no, primal mana goes into that guy, and then we bucket it out manually into the into these guys. So I manually went in, put it into there, just for now. So yeah, that's how we got plenty of mana steel modularium. So I got a lot of that early game, if I'm honest. So the way you get modularium, I don't think I actually mentioned, sorry. So modularium is a blast furnace recipe with energetic blend and steel dust. Obviously those two aren't the problem. The issue is kind of the deuterium, and the way that I got the deuterium was in the centrifuge with hydrogen. So it's a lot of hydrogen to get not a lot of deuterium, but considering we were actually voiding hydrogen, I was just simply getting getting a reinforced tank full of liquids, which this holds 45 yeah, 450,000 was it? Yeah, so 90 crafts of 10 deuterium, so do the math, it's 900 deuterium. You only actually need 50, so you get 45 per full tank of that run through, so no issues on that side. The rest of it, so nitro diesel, we got cetane boosted diesel, which is tetranitromethane, and pretty much any of the either diesels or biodiesel. Tetranitromethane is ethanol and nitric acid. I think we've already done nitric acid in itself, that's fairly simple, but the kind of harder part is the ethanol, which is, if I remember right, it's this one that I used. I think it's this one that I used, so sulfuric acid and, yeah, that one. Sulfuric acid and acetic acid, which is ethylene and oxygen. Obviously we've already got plenty of those, so that's not a problem. Again, with these, we will need to get this one into an auto crafting because of how it's used later on in the pack, mainly along lines of Dragon's Breath and yeah, Draconium ingots. Not a massive problem at the moment for using it in the generators. Again, I've kind of, or I don't know if I did it in the last episode or the one that wasn't, but I'm not a big fan of the way that the kind of diesel is upgraded in this pack. That's one thing that I will say, because you still technically get the same amount of power, it just lasts longer. So there's a kind of case of, if you can produce more of the cheaper stuff, why wouldn't you do it? I'm still under the impression of that at the moment, but that's by the by, I guess. Yeah, so that's that side. Because we did all of that side, so nitrogen we was getting already, but nitrogen dioxide, again, as you can probably expect, nitrogen to oxygen, nitric acid. I guess we didn't do that one. I thought that we did nitric acid. Guess we didn't. Nitric acid is, I think I used this recipe. In fact, I'm almost certain I used this recipe. So hydrogen, again, we've got a ton of it. Nitrogen, again, as you've seen, we've got a lot of it. Oxygen, again, yeah. So if we have a look at this, so nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen. We've got a ton of everything to make nitric acid. That led to the tetranitromethane. Okay, that's fine. What else have we kind of got? So argon buckets, that's still on the works. Titanium heavy plating. I think I did this just because of yeah, I'm almost certain I did this one just because of the quest itself. So you need HV power and 2 titanium plates. Don't think I used it for anything just yet. Oh wait, no, I did. Clearly. No, I haven't built the space station assembly just yet, no. So yeah, I haven't actually used that titanium stuff just yet, but it's clearly going to be coming up fairly soon as well. This guy here, so further microverse adventures, quantum flux. I simply just use this recipe because I had a spare pulsating crystal. And I figured it was a good... did I use this one? No, I didn't use that one. That's an interesting recipe though. Yeah, I used this recipe, use again further down the line into a few other interesting parts of the pack. Anything else that I kind of did that's of interest? Late game, let's have a look. So, oh, Lumium. So, Lumium came... Why did Lumium come into play? I think, did that... I wonder if that was part of this guy. No. Signalum as well. Yeah, we've already done Signalum. Lumium. Why did Lumium come into play? Maybe it didn't. Maybe I just made it because I could make it. Possibly. Anyway, Lumium is tin alloy, sterling silver, luminescence, energized clathrate, and you get 4 per. Energized clathrate, again, not a problem. It's chemical reacted with, I think it's glowstone dust and nether quartz. Yes. Oh, energized glowstone and nether quartz. That's not a problem. Got a ton of luminescence on crafted, so got plenty of that running through. Not entirely sure why I made the Lumium, other than the fact that I could. Can't think offhand. But yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, I know it's hey, we get the green tick, beautiful. That's pretty much everything. It is a lot to kind of miss, and I do want to kind of show what's going up on the moon as well. I've kind of left that to the end. We made these platings as well, just again because we could. So tough alloy, lithium, ferroboron, steel and boron, not a problem. Jesus, just got a lot of omnicoins. Let's take this off. Put our spacesuit back on. Store these guys. And we made advanced plating as well. So advanced plating is yttrium, barium, cuprate plates and a basic plate. Vacuum freezer, yttrium, barium, dust. Yeah, not a problem. Barium, I think, was a little bit of a interesting one to get. But you do get it from barite dust, which is pretty sure where I got it for. I might have bought some of the ore. Can't 100% remember, sorry. But I'm almost certain that's how I got it. If we have a look, so barite. Yeah, I'm almost certain that's how I got the barium for that one. And yeah, that's everything really. So tungsten carbide heavy plating, I've not done that just yet because it needs next level power. So you need to get into EV machinery. Probably going to be looking into doing that, that's for sure. But for now, let's jump over here and we'll use this guy. So the way you use this guy, as I say, you simply just press teleport. Actually, I've just thought as to why I might have actually used the Lumium, and you'll probably see once we're up here. Anyway, we're on the moon. And yeah, this is our rocket. Destination set to Luna. So it's pretty much everything that it told you to make. The way it works, you will have to kind of adjust some of your keybinds as well. So if we have a look in the category rocketry, rocketry GUI is not automatically set to Y, it's set to C, which conflicts. So I don't know, I had Y spare, so you got basically you right click onto here, you click Y. If there's fuel in there, sure, select destination, brings up a pretty nice GUI if I'm honest. Basically you can select Earth, lunar. Eventually you do get to a stage where you can get a lot further out, but just on the basic rocket you don't. So yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment. The rocket itself isn't actually being used, so you can just press disassemble, and you can pick everything up. It does need the planet ID chip, which is fine stainless steel, tier 2 circuits, vibrant alloy, again not a problem. But yeah, I'm going to pick everything on this guy up. And this right here is, I think, why we might have needed aluminum. So the kind of teleportation itself, and also if we have a look underneath, I'll show you how it's kind of set up. So I decided to put a vibrant capacitor bank on this guy so that we could have a buffer of power. And yeah, I decided what better way to have unlimited power than to use solar power. Solar panels themselves aren't too bad. Well, these are the Mark IV ones. N steel, modularium, electrical steel. No, these didn't need aluminum. These guys. I think I might have been going to get the tier 5s, but then decided there was no real point because you needed to get into a little bit more complex stuff. But yeah, anyway, the teleportation itself, I decided to leave the majority of my Dew of the Void up here, because at the end of the day, this guy is going to be what's keeping us with free transportation to the moon, just in the kind of expensive Dew of the Void, which, yeah, it's not a problem at all. Resonant ender is just ender pearls. These are just pulsating crystals and resonant crystals. So yeah, that's kind of that side. I also set up this guy. So I decided just to kind of come down and see what was going on under the moon's surface, instead of just having it set to ores only, I decided to just have it mine everything out. Now, I did kind of get lucky because this thing right here uncovered some tungstate ore, and it's a good vein, so I'm going to reset this thing up to run on that vein itself. So yeah, tungstate obviously is what we can electrolyze down into. Yeah, we got a lot of tungstate and scheelite. I got really lucky on that side, I think. But yeah, it electrolyzes down into the tungsten ore itself, some rutile ore as well. So some really nice ores on the moon, which I do want to get a proper mining setup for. That's a really weird kind of ore gem, but this right here, so have a look. Moon turf, this was the quest, and the way it works is takes a bit of time and a lot of power, so 400 EU, but it turns into moon dust, which you can then turn into a lot more deuterium. There's two types, so there is dark moon turf and normal moon turf. They are the exact same, so don't kind of panic if yours is normal or not. Well, I guess dark or light. Set them both up to kind of see what was happening. Also, you do get the slow fall as you are on the moon. Went into a graphite and diamond ore vein, really quite a large one as well. There's a few of the rarer ores which I am finding on here, but this one didn't run into too much of a kind of interesting one. It did actually find some more tungstate and scheelite, so might have run through a few different things. Aluminium and bauxite. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's on the moon, if I'm honest. There's not that does look. Advanced rocketry is one of those kind of mods that you're like, this thing looks so good. Like, how on earth can these kind of things still just be a Minecraft thing? It does make you wonder at times. Anyway, let's kind of pick all this up. It's fully mined through. There we go. grab our ender chest. And yeah, that's honestly going to be pretty much it for this this episode in itself. Like I said, apologies for the fact that you didn't actually get to see the proper progression on it, but I can't really do anything. I don't think we've had a power cut in the best part of 5 or 6 years, and the first time that we do get one after all that just happened to be when I was recording. I did try and salvage the footage itself, the original footage, but just wasn't playing ball at all. But yeah, that's pretty much it. From here we can literally just walk back over here, right click and teleport home. And as you see, back on Earth. Really is as simple as that. Really nice. Anyway, let me fill these guys back up with power. Just set them up there. It'll take everything that's spare. Pull that side back in there. Which one's empty? There we go. Pop that back in. Put our normal armor back on, and boom. Back on the armor stand. I think what it was called then. But yeah, that's kind of yeah, on that side. I think off camera I'm going to get some more of the mining done on the moon. So as you can see, we've got moon turf, and the only thing it is kind of used for is to break down into, what was it called again? Literally moon dust. So that's the only thing you can use it for. So I think off camera I'm going to get all of that kind of broken down into the dust. Our infinity farm's going ham. No problems on that side. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what we've done, we're progressing fairly well. As I say, early game completely done. Very happy on that side. Mid game, we are getting to its conclusion. Looking at this, we've got some work down here which looks to be heading into the next circuitry, which might be something that I'll have a look into doing, because it doesn't seem like it's too hard. We've pretty much got everything already sorted on that side. Epoxy resin sheets. These guys are made with chemical reactor, epichlorohydrin, sodium hydroxide, bisphenol, or naphtha and nitrogen dioxide. Naphtha can be got how? Sulfuric naphtha. Oh, from oil. Okay. Wait, I think we've got naphtha actually, haven't we? Yeah, so we've got a fair amount of sulfuric naphtha, so something to look into for sure. I don't think we're too far off on that side. One thing that I have been looking into as well, which I pretty much almost forgot almost completely about, is these guys. So these there, so that gets us 250 omniquarters, which, as I say, one of the annoying parts in this kind of mod pack is the basic resources. But the also on that side as well, if we have a look at the kind of widgets, which is the main things that are auto-crafted, I guess you could say, they're a little bit of annoying because you need the saws in there, and I'm not entirely sure how they would work kind of on an auto-craft. I might have to set up like a manual crafter. I do have a kind of idea for it. So we get like one of the Ender IO crafters, and we set up a recipe. So if we have a look at somebody's got a new quad. Yeah, if we have a look at the widgets, so wooden widgets, it's just a wooden gear, which isn't a problem. That's not the hard part, it's these parts left and right. it's specifically only showing the aluminium saw, so I'm not sure if it would use a normal saw or not. In fact, let's have a look, because I should have a saw still. Do I still have a saw? Did I use the saw? Yeah, okay. Looks like I actually used the saw. But either way, aluminium saw shouldn't be too hard. So let's have a look. What's kind of the differences? So wrought iron saw, how hard are you? Doesn't really say, does it? That's just with the stick. But yeah, the reason that I kind of brought this up is that the whole kind of premise of making this was so that you did... Ooh, epic. What's this guy give you? I mean, look at this. So 3 primitive processors, 2 alloy widgets, which if we have a look at that, so alloy widget, some copper wire, copper nickel wire, involgear, not a problem at all, really. In fact, not a problem at all. And you need 2 of those, 2 alloy widgets, 4 LV sensors, and 6 LV motors, and that gets you what, 300 Omnicoins, which, considering the resources that you use, that's nothing. It's a lot more than the resources that you use. I don't got that the completely wrong way, but I'm tempted to get a few of these kind of things set up. But the main ones that they kind of use are the widgets, pistons, and LV kind of machinery. I don't think I've yet seen many go into any MV stuff, so I'm not sure if they're on there at all. I mean, you have a look at that, it's all kind of LV equipment. So part of me wants to set up an autocraft and keep in stock system for these kind of bounty boards itself, and see if we can get an absolute ton of Omnicoins. Just and then go absolutely ham with like basic resources, get tons of the resources in. I think that's probably something that I'm going to have a look into off camera. But yeah, as I say, for a kind of catch-up episode, it has been a lot longer than I expected, so apologies for the fact that you've not really seen much. I mean, the progression that we've done was very good, as you've already pretty much seen, but I'm going to get a few bits of work done off camera. If you are going to stick around for the rest of the series and see how we're progressing, do hit that subscribe button to stay tuned. And that's everything. Thanks for watching. Bye.